Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Woman to Woman, and I am Joy Chirendu Okmani. Today is a very interesting topic that we have to treat, and it is the plight of women in politics in Nigeria especially. And of course I can't do this alone. I have with me a beautiful woman who's actually the candidate of just concluded Edo State elections, who's actually here with us in the studio. And it's none other than Patience Ndidi Key. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joy. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Ooh, thank you. Thank you for coming too. It's nice to see you finally.
Same here.
Okay, so let's just get this started with already, since we already know what the topic is. So what actually made you go into politics?
Yeah, I went into politics from my serving in the diaspora as the chairman of Nigerians in diaspora.
Yeah.
2017 to 2020, I was the chairman of Nigerians in NIDO for acronym for USA. It's an organization that works hand in hand with the government in power.
Okay.
So at the time it was the President Buhari's administration. So we come home several times a year to work with them, profess solutions, have meetings, have events, you know, interact, even from the diaspora, exchange views and all that. Doing that, I found out that all the ideas, all the program put together, diaspora, the program with the presidency, business event and all that, nothing was being implemented. And it's, for people like me, it's mind-boggling.
Okay.
So I just decided, okay, I don't think you can continue to do the same thing, have the same kind of people with the same kind of ideology in leadership, and now think that one day things will just change. And also in 2018, I saw that the Buhari administration was coming back again, and people were agitating, just give him more 4 years, maybe, and all that. And I just think that, no. We can't continue to do like this. And that was why I came into leadership, because I believe that when good people come into leadership, you know, good things will happen. Like Lee Kuan Yew of blessed memory, former Prime Minister of Singapore. I quote him a lot because I believe in what he said. He said that until you begin to have good people in leadership, you cannot enjoy good governance. And even the Word of God, you know, concludes that, confirms that. When the righteous rule, the people will be happy. There will be joy. There will be blessings. There will be development. But when the wicked is in power, that's when you see the kind of calamity, insecurity, hunger in a land, in a country like Nigeria, and a state like Edo State with all manner of resources and talents that can make things work. So that's what, you know, informed my going into leadership, to bring in good governance, to bring in redemption and transformation in our community.
It's actually very rare to see, for a woman especially, you know, with just so much confidence, obviously, that you're actually bringing forward right now to actually now go into politics. Because they say, okay, as a woman sometimes it's kind of difficult, maybe because she's a woman, she may not really meet up to expectations. So did that ever actually put you in a position whereby you felt, okay, let me back out?
No way. You know, the organization that I talked about, Nigerians in Diaspora organization, is actually a male-dominated organization.
Imagine.
Yeah. When I ran for chairman, we were 34 on the board, on the board of directors.
Okay.
At 34, we had 30 men and 4 women.
4 women?
Yes. 30 men, 4 women. And as God will have it, I became the first chairman of the organization for the United States. In short, there has not been any woman who's been chairman anywhere, because we have NIDO in 6 continents. You see, I decided to run for chairman in NIDO, not even knowing that women are being put down, because I don't put myself down, and I believe nobody can put me down. You know, I went into leadership because I think I saw challenge in the organization, and I believe that I can profess solution. I can bring in structure. One of my converting, I told them I was bringing in structure. I was coming to structure the organization, and I was fairly new in the organization. NIDO is started during the Obasanjo's regime, 1999-2000. I knew NIDO in 2014.
Wow.
I came into the national board in 2015 as a public relation officer. And that was the 2 years administration. Then as I was leaving at, I decided I can run for the chairman and I can do something better, So I didn't go there with that struggle of men will not believe in you and all that. And when they even saw the value that I added as a public relation officer, so many of the people were scared to run with me, that I even went. I said, you were this and I was that during the, why run now? Why? If you win, I will support you, and if it becomes that I win, then they will support. I didn't see leadership as a struggle, as a fight, as a do or die. I saw it as someone come in there, do better things, yes, and do better things. Make the environment, the community, the state, the nation better than you met it. That's what I see about leadership. Is as I continue to deepen in leadership, that I started to see the infights and the jealousy and the all manner of nonsense, and people who know that they don't have any, they shouldn't even come and contest for anything, coming into contest because of power, money, influence, and all that. So so that's what propelled me. I not just because I'm a woman, because I know that I have the talent. And even talking about being a woman, women has been leaders all their life.
Actually, but we have it more better now. We have it a lot better now that we can actually do all this in this era. Because back in the days, women were not given the opportunity to even drive a car. Before everything happened and women can do this, women can do that. So it is very aspiring to see women now in politics. Women actually, like yourself right now, you're actually very inspiring to me right now that I need to do more and actually be in better places, regardless of the gender. But you've mentioned that even at the board that you had 4 female and the rest were men, of course, and you became the chairman. Can you imagine, or when I say chair lady, can you imagine? Yes, so you actually leading is actually a very good thing. But regardless, you cannot deny the fact that you face challenges, right?
Yeah.
Because, okay, they'll be like, she has come to probably, she has seen the potential, they probably could get scared and all, and probably withdraw. But it did not stop people from probably speaking, saying side talks or whatsoever, that, okay, maybe she's a woman, she may be able to do it. Because what I'm trying to put aside is that people may come and go, of course, and they may come and say, she will not feel now. They may say, okay, she's good though, but let's not let her have that power. Because society has a way of actually defining a woman.
That's true.
You'll be like, oh, a man just belongs in the kitchen. She shouldn't do more than that. Most men actually get scared when they see a woman who is actually very intelligent. When they see that she can speak for herself, she has a confidence, they may get scared. So, did you actually ever face those challenges as that person in that position, in that structure? What challenge did you face?
Yeah.
And actually, how did you overcome them? Because I'm trying to imagine and put myself in a position that, okay, I'm there and I have such challenges. Will I call back or will I stand firm?
You need to stand firm. You said something about in the olden days, women were not even allowed to drive cars, even to vote and things like that. That was the period of the suffrage and all that. And today, if you look at the history of Red Cross, the woman who started Red Cross, was actually one of those who fought. Went into the field, treated people, they stopped her, and she was a woman. One thing I believe, we have to be self-confident. We have to be self-motivated. If there's nothing that is driving, if there's no driving force, if there's no motivation, true motivation, not just because people are doing it, let me go and doing it. If it is not an ability, something that is pushing you to make sure, if you're not a people's person, if you don't love people, if you don't have compassion, if there's no empathy, yes. There's no way any little thing can just make you push you off. And in the issue of challenges, even men face challenges. The gentleman that handed over to me as chairman of Nigerian had his own challenges. There are some things he wanted to do that people say, oh no, we won't do it. And they will tell you, oh no, we're not interested. And the kind of body language, that, so everyone faces challenges. I just want women to understand that challenges, you face challenges. Jesus Christ came and faced challenges.
Definitely he did.
So there's challenges, when we say they are not allowing women to lead, nobody's going to allow you. There's nothing like allow here. If you know it's an ability, it's something you can do. It's it's the gift God has given to you. Then be ready, because there will be challenges. That's one thing I say. Because nobody gives anybody power, not even in the Bible days. Power has never been handed over to somebody as ice cream and popcorn and all that. No. You have to work for what you believe in. You have to, it's just like going to school. You say no because you are this or that, they will just give you results. You have to read, you have to, if it's cramming, you want to cram, you have to write the exam and pass. If you don't pass, you can go forward. So that's what I see. So women should stop saying, give women a chance, let them rule. It is the women, is the woman, and your support system. You have to come out there and make people know that you can do this. And I believe that after working as, after serving as the public relation officer, people saw my worth.
Exactly, it makes things easier when you have like minds around you.
Yeah,
people who actually want to see you succeed.
And guess what? Apart from even having like mind, what I learned in leadership is this. If you are a good leader, that you come into leadership to prefer solutions, to do the good things, there are people out there that know that this good thing should be done.
And they're ready to push
and they are ready to support you. And if you're the kind of leader that is, you know, mediocre leadership, there are still mediocres that will like, okay, or someone like, okay, let him or her just rule, lead, and we'll just go to the next phase. So I learned that in leadership. How did that happen? Like the challenges you talked about. Yeah. Of course, I had challenges. It got to a time people were like, okay, some of the team, you know, like, oh, when we say let's do this, you don't always sign off on that. I cannot sign off on things that makes no sense. I cannot sign off on things that will not bring progress to the organization. I will not sign off on things. I will not say yes or vote or whatever for things that I know makes no sense. The organization has a bylaw. The bylaw says you should do this. You can't come to a meeting and begin to take a vote to now do what the bylaw has said you can do or cannot do. So it makes no sense to me. So it's either I abstain or I say no to it, you know. So all those flimsy things. Or maybe they thought, oh, he's a woman. Okay, since she's there, let's see how we can push. But in the end, we serve to the best of our knowledge, you know, preferred solution, did great things, you know, to the best of our knowledge and all that. So challenges will be there. People will fight, up to the extent of even taking one to court. Yeah. So through that thick and thin, we stood our ground. You know, even when there was a lot of money to go to court, I decided to, you know, be the one to go to the court. And when we were talking, I just remember Judge Moss just be laughing at that. Okay, this of course, I look younger than my age, so you know, you know, but you just have to push. There are several things that we want to knock you off. Don't allow yourself to be knocked off. You have to be firm. Nothing good comes easy. At all. Nothing good comes easy. Not even leadership. Yeah. And women are very talented. We are good managers. You know. Do you understand what it means for a man and a woman to decide to procreate, to have children? And two people meet to have children, and one person carries that is leadership. For you to be able to carry the baby in your womb, 9 months, some people even stay 10 months. That's leadership. When it's time to deliver this baby, you know, you sit down and you push. It's either you're delivering through natural delivery or C-section. I've done two, both of them. So I know how it is. You're between life and death. That is the height of leadership. You know? So women, we are born leaders. We are created leaders. We are nurturers. We have life in us. There's compassion. There's empathy. We know how to manage. We know how to multitask.
I wish.
You give a woman lemon, he makes strawberry lemonade, pineapple lemonade, all manner of lemonade.
Create things out of nothing.
You create things. That's women. So that leadership is in you. So we should stop beating ourselves down.
I hope because guess what? Can actually see this and actually hear all this.
Even the men don't even beat you down. That's the thing, because I have a lot of men who support me a lot. A lot, because they understand leadership, they know leadership, they know the value of this person. That when this person is here, there will be transformation, things will be good.
But how do you actually now balance your career, motherhood, and of course being a wife? How do you now balance all this? Because looking at you, like, you look good, you know, and then actually being a good mother, of course, being a good wife and career. How do you balance all these three together? Yeah,
just like any other person can balance it. I'm a business owner. I'm in healthcare. Okay. I have 2 beautiful children. Now I'm here for politics. Politics is gone and done now. I learned early in life that life does not revolve just around me, my family, my children and all. There are people who need me. My mother taught me that. Society taught me that. And as I continue to grow, got married, began to have children, then NIDO came to be, other organization wanted me to serve. And if I had told myself, oh, because so many of us say it, oh, the children, they are 3 years old, they are 5 years old,
Yeah.
you know, they just entered kindergarten, and then when they enter primary school, say, oh, they just enter primary. Then when you say, okay, they just enter secondary, oh, you know, oh, my son just entered university. There's never any time. There's never any, before you know, they are getting married, and before you know, the grandchildren begins to come, and you will not fulfill your God-given, you know, purpose. So I started traveling and doing things like this. My daughter was about 3 plus.
No.
My son was like 5. Today, my daughter is about 14. My son is going to 16.
Can you imagine?
No, 15, sorry. Okay. So the thing is this, if I had kept, and they're doing well, academically, everything, you know, I tell myself, and I
didn't let it limit you.
No. Family does not limit you. Of course, we can have some kind of spouse or some kind of things that can like, oh, you won't do this and all that. Of course, you know, when I started, you know, being with my spouse at the time, you know, it didn't disturb anything that has to do with, you know, he saw the gifts. He saw that I'm just a people's person and all that.
When your spouse sees that light in you, actually helps you push it through. Because most spouse that somebody actually have, they actually not dim their light. So like you just mentioned,
it's not as if at times he does not feel that, oh, you know, this and all that. But seeing that gift, yeah.
Not every spouse is like that.
You're right. You're right. You're very right. Because
some can actually sit down and say, no, what if you become bigger than me? Mindset really matters in having a spouse. I don't really go deep into
you know, let's not go deep in that, because I experienced that at a point, you know, but you know, you don't just keep anybody in a vacuum. You know, it makes you sick, it makes you, you know, feel worthless and all that. You know, but the dream just had to keep moving forward while you, and you're very correct, because if in the beginning, in 2014, when I got to know about NIDO, and when I went for their first event in Ohio, their AGM, if he had told me, oh, you know, babe, you can go, I'm sure maybe I won't be able to go, you know. I said, oh, I saw these, I think I want to go, what do you think? We talked about it, like, yeah, that's fine. You know, so that was a propelling factor, that was a good one. But that does not mean every now and then, men, I think even the ones that, they still sit down, and because I've related with so many ladies who are in leadership, and we talk about how family does, how husband does, how people, even if you're divorced or separate, other relationships and all that. But the good thing is that the woman, you should know yourself. You know, we don't get into marriage to become slaves. At all. We don't get into marriage to and now become worthless and now become, you know, and all that. Respect is reciprocal, and we should continue to do that. But I thank God that, you know, my light wasn't dimmed, and I didn't allow my own light to be dimmed, and, you know. Yeah, the children are growing now, and
they're doing good.
Yeah,
I didn't stop anything. It just made it better. Everything just made it better.
Yeah.
Okay. A woman of your stature right now, who is in this position, how do you actually encourage women who want to go into politics? How do you encourage them? Because many of them may feel, okay, you've said a lot of things to actually not put yourself down, believe in yourself, have the confidence, not doubt yourself, and all that. But not many of them actually know that they can do more than actually what they think they can. Probably they feel the discrimination may come in, the people may actually say, of course, now woman will go feel run and leave one, may go do one first, maybe she may actually fall back behind, and because of all the societal norms and everything may actually get to them. How do you actually talk to them to not, you know, at least put their mind to the politics they want to go into?
Yeah, I'll tell my fellow women, you know, like you said, we need to have that confidence. We need to be self-motivated. If you're self-motivated, it will be difficult for any outlay, anybody on the side to actually pull you down. You know, I know finance is another thing. I didn't come into politics believing that I have the whole money, because no man is an island. You don't go into politics. Some people say don't even go into politics with your own money, you know, with your own finance and all that. That we need support system, you know. So your relationship, your support system matters. We understand that. But there's one thing that really strikes me that I want women to understand. When you're going into politics, of course, there's a lot of men that want to lure you into different things. No, you can't say you're using your body. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing that anybody, any woman will think, oh, if they give me this, or if I do this with this person, if I use my body, use what I have to get what I want, Tomorrow, that's, you know, the stigma is there. The stigma is because, you know, that man or men now believe that, oh, they can even tell you to relinquish your position tomorrow, and you will do it because your beck and call, they sponsored you, whichever mean, whether in financially or in kind or whatever. You know, so what I want to advise fellow women, you know, and you hear all manner of nonsense. Even married women do all manner of rubbish. I just hope it's not so. You know, so your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Your body is the temple of God. You know, your body is your dignity. You know, when you just give yourself to anybody, if you're in a relationship and you're, you know, that's different than you because you want to be somewhere. Then you just sleep with anybody. You just do whatever thinking it's part of the gig. No, it's not. It's not, because that respect will not be there. And a situation where, you know, some people will say, okay, maybe if we decide they won't even pay for forms, or we'll make it 50%. If that is what the party is doing, that is fine. But then, standing your ground, doing what you need to do as a woman, doing what every other person is doing. Don't allow it to be cheaper for you. If that's the regulation, the policy for the party, that's fine. But if not, don't try to buy your way out. Because in the end, it will tell on you. It will be one of those factors that might drag us back. So we need to be self-motivated. We need to believe in ourselves. We need to keep our legs closed. I'm saying this because I've seen a lot of things. I've heard a lot of things. You know, people will always, whether you're in politics or not, people will always chase you. You know, it gets worse when you become a public figure. You know, so you don't want to dent yourself. And we've gotten examples. You know, experiences of some ladies. In the end, tomorrow you see what happens to them. And by the time you begin to hear stories of how they got there, how they did this with this, you know, for people like me, it's mind-boggling. It becomes very, very disturbing. So I will say, and again, you have to go with a purpose. Go with a purpose, believing that, yes, know what you want to do. Make sure you understand the challenges and make sure you have solutions. And, you know, a team that can work with you, because no man is an island. There's no one person that is a leader, you know. You have a great team, a cross-functional team of experts that can team up with you, whether men or women or both. Definitely has to be both, you know, to be able to work with you. So self-confidence, self-motivation, keeping your leg closed. Don't just, you know.
Emphasis on that.
Emphasis on that. Very, very important, because you know, this objectification, they just see you, they just look at, and all that, you know. But know yourself, carry yourself with dignity, be firm. Carry your body with dignity, carry yourself with dignity, you know. And know that you're coming there with a purpose.
And you'll be good.
Yes. You know how to stand your ground. You're not there to fight with anybody. For me, I see it as a collaboration, a competition. It's not, it's not a fight.
Of course. It's been beautiful here with you, actually. I'm so sad that time is already up, because I think I should just keep on going and talking and talking. And I hope everybody have learned, every woman of every generation, both young, both old, but whether you're a teenager or not, yes, you have to learn something. And I hope this episode was very helpful to you, as it was helpful to me, because I'm going to push myself to do better and be good, of course. So until the next episode of Woman to Woman, I remain yours sincerely, Joy Chiwendu Okmani. Good afternoon.